Greetings and welcome, guys, gals, and non-binary pals, to episode 463 of the Words About Games podcast, the weekly gaming podcast for Words About Games. I'm one of your hosts, Amy K. Alexander. I'm joined this week by the glorious one himself. It's Daffin Moody.
Let's get ready to rumble!
There's the noise gate.
It's Friday, the holiest of days. That is video game day. Did you miss us, everybody? We just wanted to play video games. We were all in the video game loveliness last week, and that's why I didn't get an episode.
Yeah, that's
Unless Amy put something out. I don't know.
I did not explain anything in the slightest. Like, yep, that's the
that's
reason why
even better. Yeah. We were playing video games, and it was gorgeous and sexiness. And exactly I turned 30. I turned 39, and Vitz and Amy completely ignored me. They completely ignored me. Like, seriously, it's my birthday, and I was completely ignored.
All right, dickhead. You know that thing you're always saying when I take a piss out of you for forgetting things? You remember that?
What are you talking about? I don't forget anything. I am incredible. I am fantastic.
Facebook sucks absolute donkey dick, but it was good for what it was good for one thing when I used it, and that was it always reminded me when people's birthdays were. And now I don't use it.
I know. You could put it in a calendar. I've got you in my calendar.
I could do that, but I get confused about when your birthday is, because it was always, your birthday was Stray Gods Day. And then Stray Gods got delayed, and then I got really confused, and now I don't know when your birthday is. I'll blame whatever I want to blame. You've completely frozen, which I think is thematically appropriate for what we're talking about.
So annoyed about the birthday discussion, he just said, "Fuck it, I'm out."
Fuck you. What I said, I was like, "Fuck this shit. I don't sign up to take this."
Just to confirm, are we still recording?
Yeah, I just pressed on pause.
Oh, cool. Well, Daddy's abandoned us again, Amy. It's just you and me. He's gone out for more milk. Apparently, he forgot the almond milk. I prefer soya milk, but potatoes, I guess we can't get stressed too much. I'm more worried he just hasn't returned. Like, it's worrying.
I said this to you before. He's just left. He's quit. He's not coming back.
Yeah, he's quit, isn't he? He's just too kind. He's too nice to tell us. And he's just.
I know. I get the impulse, like, I don't want to cause a kerfuffle by telling them that I've quit. So I just won't do it, but that's actually not the nice thing to do in this situation.
Yeah, if you just tell us, even if it's just like, "Fuck you guys, peace, I'm out." Like, we're like, all right, that's cool.
I was like, I went into this week, like I've been really sick for the last couple of weeks, and I went into this week. And and I was like, you know what? And I remember thinking it. I was like, Vitz is back this week. Because, like, he gave us a list. He was like, this one, and I was like, cool, whatever. And this week, he was like, Vitz was supposed to be back. So I was thinking to myself, oh, man, I could take a break this week. That would be great. That would be good, because I've been really sick. And then he messaged and was like, I can't make it this week. And I was like...
Fantastic.
End of Terminator 2. Like, I'm just going
deep down, but it's deep down. It's this. If you to the audio listeners out there, feel like I should do what Vitz says, I switched my thumbs up to a middle finger to while Amy's melting in lava. I was meant to be off China last week, even though we were kind of, because we didn't get an episode last week. Yeah, so I still want to take time off as well for it.
Definitely didn't record anything last week.
Yeah, nothing at all. Yeah, it's how are you anyway? I hope you're well.
I'm fucking tired, man.
I get that.
Yeah,
I get that.
Yeah, like the last couple of weeks sucked.
I can believe that.
I've had a lot of time for video games, though.
That's good.
Like, I think I've blazed through, like, at least, like, a month and a half, 2 months worth of video game playtime in like 2 weeks because it's just been like, well,
nice.
What am I gonna do, right?
Well, read.
I mean, yeah, sure, I read, but
catch up on glorious shows that me and Vitz have told you about. I can see that.
I've started watching X-Files for the first time.
Why I'm not surprised by that? Someone else on Bluesky that we both follow is saying, I'm watching X-Files and I'm really loving it. Yada yada. Of course, Amy's going to be following hers and doing the same thing.
You're also watching X-Files. I'm watching X-Files because I was talking to Phil about it. He was talking about how much he loved X-Files. I've never seen X-Files.
Okay, I can't remember the person's name right now.
I know, that's fine. That's fine. It was just a random question. But yeah, no, I just find that's a funny coincidence. But no.
It is a very funny coincidence, there's no doubt about
because
that.
I've got Paramount Plus again for
a certain amount of time.
For new Star Trek. I was like, cool. Like, I saw the X-Files was on there. And I was like, all right. And it's like one of Phil's...
You gotta go.
It's like one of Phil's favorite shows. And I was like, I can't believe Phil, like, he was like, who doesn't really watch much science fiction, has seen a sci-fi classic that I've never seen. So I can't let this stand. So I've watched the first episode. Mostly people just are just shocked that I've never seen the X-Files, and I'm like, bro, I was 8 when it started. Like, my parents did not let me watch the X-Files when I was 8. Come on. I saw one episode once when I was a kid, and I had nightmares for like a week.
Yeah, it's I've never watched X-Files. It's never appealed to me. I'm in the same like age bracket of you, of just like, I was young when it came out and everything, and I just never fell onto it and everything. And I've never had the appeal to go back and have a look at it either. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. And it seems like it gets really confusing in the final season or two, and I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I don't need confusingness. And I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I'm a simpleton. I'm a simple man.
I find it hard to trust when people say like, and I'm not. This isn't at you. In fact, I'll tell you why. The story why I don't really trust people who say like they find like pieces of media confusing. Because when I was in high school, like tail end of high school, obviously The Matrix came out.
Yes.
And I remember, like, I was talking to this one friend who had seen it, and he was like the only person, and like in like, he wasn't really in the friend group. He was like how like in school you had the friend group, and then you had like the people who like someone knew someone, in the friend group, and he was like the only person in that group who had seen The Matrix and was like, oh, it was terrible. It was just really confusing, and I was like, oh, that's a shame. And then when
that makes you want to watch it.
When I eventually did get around to watching The Matrix, I was like, not only is this the greatest movie of all time, but also like it's really straightforward.
Yeah, the first Matrix movie is not confusing whatsoever. They actually lay it out really simple for you, and it's then they lay out the plot really fast in a simple, enjoyable way. And then, boom, you're straight into action and character growth for all of it. For the rest of it, it's the next films that there they go, full on batshit crazy. Where like, I can understand if anyone says that was confusing as hell. I can understand that.
It's like the last 15 minutes of the second film, and then like the entirety of the third film is like, if someone said like that's the confusing part, I'd be like, I get that. Because like, and the second film was really good. One was. I really liked
until that part.
And then it got to the end, and it was the dude in the room with all the computer screens trying to explain everything, and I was like, what's happening now? Can we go back to the highway scene? I really like the highway scene.
I won't lie, that movie's the CGI has not aged well.
I mean, it's CGI, right? It's like
I get it.
I rewatched all of Babylon 5 last year, and it's like the writing and storytelling hold up extremely well, but like, it's a sci-fi TV show from 1993. Like, it's like the CGI.
Completely get it.
You know what? It's quaint. I'll go with it's quaint. It looks quaint. Some of it still looks pretty decent, but yeah.
Yeah, there's the thing about it. Like Star Trek got away with it for a while.
Right, Star Trek used models for so long,
right,
didn't they? Like,
yeah. Which I think why it holds up still to this day, and everything.
Yeah, for a lot of the thing, models were at the time. Models were like way more expensive to make than like using CGI, and like it is mad to think though. Like like they made Babylon 5 with like the ZX Spectrum. It's like, fuck, Jesus. Like, that's really cool. Like, that's a cool, interesting fact. But yeah, it does mean that the CGI does look a bit ropey, especially when I'm watching it on like a giant high definition TV.
Yeah, I think it's also just the techniques and everything, because like how everyone like continues like to say Jurassic Park still looks visually incredible to this day when it goes to the CGI parts, which it does. There's no doubt about it. But then you go like Matrix Reloaded and you go, what the fuck happened between that gap of 1994 and whenever Reloaded came? Which is even more insane. Then you watch, but then you look. You see Alien 3 and you just say, what the fuck did they do there? And then it's a year or two later, you have Jurassic Park, which is just visually incredible and everything. It's insane how visually things go all up arrays all over the place.
Definitely.
But yeah.
Definitely.
It was
we've been talking about cool things. So I feel like now is a good time to segue into what our cool things are. I have a feeling I already know what yours is. So I
would like you to go first.
So
yeah,
I'll start. I've finally watched an episode of Star Trek: Strange New Worlds that I would season 3 that I would unreservedly call that was really good.
Okay, that makes me question the other episodes I've already come forth
for 4 weeks to bring this show up.
So like, this is the 4th episode?
This is the 5th episode, because they did 2.
Oh, God.
The first 2. And it is like 1 release. And then like there's been like 3 more. And like the whole season I would classify as it's okay. It's okay. There's some like, because I don't really watched it yet. Like there's and even in this episode there's some stuff at the beginning where I'm just like, can we just fucking fast forward through this fucking bullshit, please, thank you. But like the first episode, solid, you know what I mean? It's one of those where it's like it's resolving a cliffhanger. Those tend to be like, you know what I mean? Like they tend to benefit from the momentum of having like the cliffhanger to like build off of. It was pretty good. The second episode was fine. The third episode I didn't like very much. The fourth episode I really liked a lot until the ending. And then I'm thinking, oh man, have they biffed this entire fucking season? Like, because there's some ongoing plot threads in Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3, where I'm just like, and I've been messaging Vitz this, I've just been like, you gotta fucking pull the brakes on this shit. Like, pump the brakes. I'm sick of this. And like the first like 10 minutes of this week's episode were about those ongoing plot threads, and I was like, I'm gonna cancel my subscription at this point. And then like the rest of the episode, nailed it. Fucking great episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. That in the future I will just be skipping. If I ever rewatch it, I'll just skip the beginning.
It's pretty bad if the first 4 episodes that's pretty much half the season done.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's only 10 episodes. That's like, really bad if the first 4 episodes are not good.
I mean, they're not good. They're fine. They're whatever. They're, you know, like, okay.
When I hear that they're fine, they're whatever, I just automatically go that they're not great. They're not great. They're not probably not even.
Yeah, that's kind of my point of being like, I can finally say this was really good. But yeah, no, like, I know it's just like, hey, let's talk about a cool thing that we like, but it's like, bro, by this time in season 1 and 2 of Strange New Worlds, the episodes that we had gotten in those first 2 seasons, for me to be sitting here being like, I've finally seen one I would consider good. It's like an inverse, where it's like, I think in season 1 and season 2, like there was like 1 episode in each season where I was like, I didn't really like that very much. Whereas this way around, it's like, again, I think the first one is good. It's a good episode.
Yeah.
And then the second one, like, it's fun. Like, I had fun with the episode, but it's also like all about like Spock and Chapel, and I'm just like, I'm so over it. Stop. And then like the third episode is just wives. And then the fourth episode, enjoyed it a lot, but then at the end they did a thing, and I was like, no, we can't go. No, we're not doing this again. No, but we are doing this again, unfortunately. And Vitz keeps texting me like, all this stuff about it, and I'm just like, I don't want it. I don't mind romance in anything if it's done well.
Yeah.
It's not done well. And there's like 4 different fucking romances going on in this thing. And they spent the first, like, and I messaged Vitz this, I said they spent the first 15 minutes of this week's episode doing this fucking, like, shit tier CW level romance crap. And I'm just like, and then they get to the episode, and the episode's fucking sick. And I'm just like, we could have used that 15 minutes for the stuff that was really good about this episode.
Yeah.
Am I going to have to wait through this every week to get to the good science fiction? Make it stop. Moody, make it stop.
The thing is, I've had no interest in watching this season so far. The trailers never really blew me away. I didn't like how the finale of season 2 ended because I was just like, really? Because I wasn't really feeling it. And then the giant length, obviously, of the production and everything. Obviously, I know the writer's strike and everything like that massively hindered it and everything. I completely get that. But I just have no interest in it whatsoever. And it's just, and you're not selling me on wanting to watch it.
I'm not trying.
Thank you about that. I won't lie. And which sucks because, like, the first 2 seasons are really good seasons of Star Trek. Like, they really, they make you care about. The thing I've always disliked about this show is that they haven't nailed all the characters. And I think they've really hurt some of them of just like that one episode with, I don't even know her name, but her name is I'm the Pilot and everything like that. I hated that episode because I'm just like, you've making a character who could be really good, who's got an interesting backstory because she was in the war. And your thing is, I am the pilot. That's it. Really? Now, if there's something that happens in season 3, great. But she's bland and boring to me. I've never enjoyed the nurse, who I know you're a big fan of. But I've never enjoyed her whatsoever.
I feel like she's getting character assassinated.
Okay.
Like, and I've been feeling
in season 3,
because we were in step on like her like character trajectory in season 2.
Yeah,
like where it went. We were both of the same opinion, and in season 3, I'm just like, it's not getting any better.
Great.
It's not getting better for this character.
Oh no.
And like, the thing is, it's so Strange New Worlds. It was pitched as like it's the episodic Star Trek with like the ongoing things are like, you know, with the characters, not with an overarching plot line. And season 3, it's like it's hard to say like, oh, season 3 could go either way because there's an overarching storyline this season. So it's like watching this episode and being like, that was really good, but also like, depending on where they go from here, like, it could also go like either way, and it's very strange to be like, okay, what are we doing here?
Yeah. The thing is about it, I've not been the biggest fan of over the quote unquote top episodes, like the music episode last on season 2. I didn't like it, really just wasn't a fan of it. But I love the Lower Decks one, but I'm a fan of Lower Decks.
Yeah,
like, I kind of felt like I knew I was going to enjoy this.
Yeah, the Lower Decks episode, the 2 Spock episodes from the first 2 seasons, and
great episodes,
episodes, and like the Una episode in season 2, like with the trial, and like the episode with the time travel.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Top level episode, and like there hasn't been one of those yet,
which is a shame. Which is a massive shame. And then I saw, obviously, we already know the show's going to be finishing at the end of season 5 and everything, but they obviously showed like a little tidbit of like from San Diego Comic-Con, I think.
I know,
of like
right?
what a certain episode that could happen in season 4, and I saw it and I was like,
we're doing puppets, and it's just like, that's cool.
And I was like, no, I was out.
no, that's fine. But like, as the first thing you talk about for season 4, like for the next season, it's just like, this isn't why I'm here. Like, I like the musical episode. I like musicals. Yeah. But also, it's not why I'm here. You know what I mean? Like, like, I'm not here watching Star Trek because I'm like, oh, what crazy like thing are they, like crazy high concept are they gonna do next? It's like, I'm here for cool science fiction. And like the things like the the body swapping episode or the musical episode. They're just like the icing. You know what I mean? The icing on the cake.
But they were fun episodes, and I think it's because I like those characters and everything. You know, it's like it's weird.
And I think the other thing that's hanging over my head is that one truly atrocious like preview clip where they turn them all into Vulcans, and it's just like that hasn't happened yet. So I know there's at least one more episode in the future that I'm probably gonna hate.
Probably.
But I spent way too long talking about Star Trek there. That was cool things we like and and I critique from a place of love, because there's still a lot to like about the show. Like, you know, the cast is still good.
First two seasons are great.
There's still a lot of good moments in all of these episodes, but I couldn't, on good conscience, say, Moody, get Paramount Plus and watch the episodes, because I don't think you'd like it very much.
Thank you very much. I'm glad I didn't.
If they smash it out of the park for the next 5 weeks, I might change that. I might just be like, you know what? It's like Star Trek: The Next Generation. Just got to hold your nose and get to the good stuff.
Well, this is the thing about it. I can do that with Deep Space Nine. Like those first 3 seasons of Deep Space Nine,
all over the place.
Up and downsies are all over the place. But when they nail an episode in Deep Space Nine, which I felt was more often in the first 3 seasons, I could get through it perfectly fine. Because each episode, when there was like focused episodes on a certain character, you got character growth and everything. These ones, when they've tried it on this show, it sadly just hasn't worked for the most part, and it's disappointing. It is disappointing. And when they hear the rumors, obviously, the rumor of that they're going to do a Kirk show now, which is basically going to be taken over from Pike. Yeah,
like with extra.
It's going to be like the first year before they transition to the Shatner's Kirk. And I'm just like, okay, you got a guy who does a great Kirk. There's no doubt about it. The guy, I think, does a really, really good job. And his chemistry with the security officer, I think, is incredible. I think they've done a really good job for that. But we'll see what happens for that. Amy, I haven't got 1. I haven't got 2. I've got 3 things I want to bring up this
if
for this week.
If you'd told me that first, I wouldn't have talked nearly as much about Star Trek. I've gone way over budget.
Don't worry about it. It's absolutely fine. So both me and my partner watched 2 films over the last 2 days and everything. And one of them is one I've already I referenced in my old podcast and everything, because I shouted out because I really enjoyed the movie. And that was Always Be My Maybe. That is with Randall Park and Ali Wong, along with the amazing meme himself from this movie, Keanu Reeves, playing Keanu Reeves. It is a fun little rom-comedy of 2 friends growing up together and eventually fall in love, and they've then separated, and then they've come back and together with wherever their lives are after 15 years of not speaking, and they reconnect and everything. And it's a really fun, it's just a fun, charming movie where you just want to go in, chill, and come out smiling and go, that was good. And it was still good to this day. Keanu Reeves is insane that in this movie, the meme of him throughout, where he's just walking through the restaurant going, that meme and everything, it's so incredible. And Keanu Reeves, he was awesome in the movie. And you got it was a fun little cast, and I had a lot of fun with it. Another one is another rom-com. Well, one I've been interested in watching for a while because the trailers have always interested me, and that is Love at First Sight. This is a film where 2 people who are flying from America to London for 2 separate reasons, and they both sit next to each other on the flight, and throughout the flight they fall in love and everything. But then coercion happens where they get separated, where they both have to go off to their 2 separate things, and then throughout the day things happen where they could meet each other up and everything throughout. I don't want to fully spoil the movie. It's funny, it's charming, it's just lighthearted. It's a weird movie on the part. It spoils the movie at the beginning of the movie, but doesn't spoil how it all happens and everything. And I really just thought, that's charming. And I was like, you know what? And because of the chemistry both the actor and actress brought, that is Ben Hardy and Haley Lou Richardson. It's just a lot. It's charming. It's funny. There's 2, like, one's going to a wedding, one's going to a a funeral, but not a funeral because his mother has not passed away yet, but she's going to because she's terminally ill with cancer, and so they do the awake, basically a re-wake, a wakey wake, whatever they call it in the movie. It was charming, it was funny, and it was emotional beats to it throughout because you've. Some of them, both of them are broken inside, and you see the chemistry was incredible. You also have Rob Delirian, Delaney, apologies, giant mustache. He's from the Deadpool movies and everything. He's in the movie. He plays a father in it, and he's just charming in it and incredibly friendly and nice in it. Known for his tragic story of his son sadly passing at such a young age, or a child. I'll go child because I don't know the gender of the child for that, and you can see just the charm he brings to the movie. But again, the chemistry from both the main actors is just amazing, and it was a lot of fun. So these two romantic comedies, go out and check out. They're a lot of fun, and if you just want to switch your brain off and have a fun time. And now we've come to the main event of my good things I want to talk about. And that is, obviously, it finally happened. The week of my birthday last week, James Cameron said, "Happy birthday, Moody." The Avatar Fire and Ash trailer has finally dropped, and it was an incredible trailer to this day. It was so good. It was so visually stunning, and I cannot wait to see this in the cinema in December. I'm already booked off the 19th, so I can go and see it as many times as I want. I gotta get that bastard to 2 billion, man. Yeah, if we can get the first 2 to 2 billion, we can get this one to 2 billion easy. Come on, guys, let's do this. High-five the skies. Yeah. Everyone knows I love this franchise. I love this world. I love this universe. I love the characters, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen more in this future and everything for the future film and everything. So yeah, trailer, I absolutely loved it. I watched it too many times, and I've still watched it to this day many times, and yeah, go out and check it out. They're all great things.
There's nothing quite like a good trailer. There's nothing quite like a good trailer.
Yeah, if it nails you, especially if you like get in the universe and everything, just when the music starts, I'm just like, damn you bastards. It's kind of like the live action How to Train Your Dragon trailer as well, because they used the music from the animated films. Like they brought back John Powell for that entire movie as well, like and everything. And as soon as you hear the music from the original animated things, it just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside and everything. And Avatar is the same. Rest in peace, James Horner. You are missed.
So, Video games.
Video games,
the
yes.
About Games podcast. Imagine that.
Who knew it?
Who knew? Not me. Look
Who
at
knew?
us. It's
look at us.
It's like this is gonna be like a throwback, because like we're doing a thing about a news story that, like, you know, it's kind of important to make sure you get like the things that you're saying right in the first instance. So it's kind of like a throwback where I'm gonna sit here and read for a bit. Like, we haven't done that for a while. Normally, I just go. Normally, like if Moody has a topic, like I just go, yeah, and then like sit back for a bit. But like, you know, like this is old school, where it's like, here's a news story, I'm gonna read it. What's going on with Steam and Itch.io's crackdown on adult content? This is a story I eventually got from Polygon, because fucking every fucking gaming website in the world like demands money from you if you want to read their articles, which is a whole separate issue that I'm not going to start complaining about now because I don't want to be here for the next 10 minutes. Here's the article. It's been weeks of anger and confusion for fans and game developers ensnared in the debacle between gaming storefronts like Valve and Itch.io and the payment processors that service them. Who exactly is responsible for the recent crackdown on adult games? The answer changes depending on who you ask. That vagueness has been accompanied by an avalanche of actions from fans, developers, and even storefronts as folks unite against the possibility of video game censorship. At first, when storefronts delisted adult games or made them harder to find, it seemed that the culprits were Visa and MasterCard. Both platforms said that their decision to pull or de-index certain games was motivated by the fear of losing access to the major payment infrastructure that their storefronts rely on. Itch.io went one step further and stated that the responsible party was an activist group known as Collective Shout, which has spent years waging campaigns against games depicting violence against women. Collective Shout later confirmed that it had influenced actions taken by Valve and Itch after writing an open letter to Visa and MasterCard, but that it did not necessarily ask Itch to de-index games. And they have a quote here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them as much respect as I think that they deserve by just skipping it. Meanwhile, gamers have mobilized en masse to deluge Visa and MasterCard by any means necessary, including clogging their phone lines, sending emails, and calling into investor meetings. Somehow, all of that has mainly been the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the ongoing adult game crisis. Since the fire started spreading, both Visa and MasterCard have said that they have not pressured storefronts like Steam to do anything specific regarding adult games. MasterCard said in a statement, quote, "Put simply, we allow all lawful purchases on our network. At the same time, we require merchants to have appropriate controls to ensure MasterCard cards cannot be used for unlawful purchases, including illegal adult content," end quote. So if Visa and MasterCard didn't ask storefronts to censor their games, what in the world is going on? The answer is unclear because Valve insists that while MasterCard did not discuss anything with the maker of Steam directly, other payment processors like banks, communicated the issue to them in their stead. Valve said in a statement to Kotaku that it cited to payment processors its 2018 policy to distribute games that are legal for distribution. Hell of a sentence. Payment processors allegedly rejected that policy, citing a MasterCard rule, a spokesperson said, in reference to the payment processors' regulations around the sale of illegal material or goods that threatened to damage the brand's image. In light of the continued upheaval, a number of organizations have since voiced support against potential payment processor-led censorship. For a couple of days, retro games platform and storefront GOG made a bundle of 13 adult titles available free of charge. Over 1 million people downloaded the collection of games, GOG said. Raising awareness via free products has proven effective, and at least one individual game creator has embraced the tactic. Game developer Cara Cadaver took to social media to say she wouldn't sit idly by as storefronts pulled down her game, Vile Exhumed. The game, which primarily takes place through a computer interface, challenges players with finding out what happened to an adult film actress. The player solves the mystery by examining files, pictures, and social media sites. The developer made a website dedicated to the game, which is now free to download. It's also a perfect example of a game caught in the crossfire of the anti-adult crusade. Vile Exhumed may deal with difficult subjects and contain graphic imagery, but it is not necessarily a porn game like the ones purportedly being targeted right now. Quote, "Fuck anyone who tries to control storytelling and expression," end quote, Cadaver wrote on social media. The potential for unintended repercussions from mass removal becomes evident through games like Vile Exhumed, but some would argue that those are not mere casualties. Collective Shout has voiced disdain for major games like Detroit Become Human in the past, and has had a hand in the removal of games like Grand Theft Auto 5 from major retailers in Australia. As such, recent remarks from niche storefront Zoom have started making the rounds, in part because the platform is saying the quiet part out loud. The storefront won't be pulling any games, and its proprietors are looking into alternative options for payment processors. But a spokesperson for Zoom has gone on record saying the abolition of games depicting any type of uncomfortable subject matter threatens to spread if major players like Steam capitulate. Zoom listed franchises like GTA, Duke Nukem, and Saints Row as possible marks for Collective Shout, which seems like an educated guess based on the group's previous actions. Moody. And there was a thing GOG said where it's like, quote, "If a game is legal, you should be free to buy it," end quote, which, kind of sums up this whole debacle. What up?
What up? What up indeed. Hello. So yeah, it's so this has quietly been going on in the background, I think, for a lot of people, not realizing that this is going on and everything. Like some major places like Skill Up and Alana Pierce have brought this up. Lana just a video a couple of days ago, and Skill Up, I think, has done it the last few weeks, to my knowledge. Yeah. So basically, it's a full-on censorship thing of just like wanting to stop games in general, going off from the simplification to myself, especially if anything really is erotic and everything in that. I understand to a certain extent from one game why they targeted one game, because I think the one game in mention, No Mercy, I think it's called, which is a quote unquote rape simulator game. I can see why that was targeted and everything by this organization and everything, but we all know what it's going to do. They're going for all games basically. I think for anything they're going to go for everything, for all games that have depictions of sexuality, violence in any way or general to women. And that's what Frank, do not be violent to women. That's just want to state this and everything in general for that. And yeah, it is not. It's quietly going on, and I'm surprised it's only quietly going on. And I like how GOG just basically did a middle finger to them and said, "Here, he's many erotic games for free. You can't touch us now," type of thing. Because that was basically a thing they're attacking, and that's why I think a lot of games that Itchio targeted or took down and took back up the ones that were dubbed as free games, because free games did everything for that. But yeah, I think as I'm always on the level of the thing of just like, I think your game can be anything you want and everything, as long as it is done in a respectful way. A game that shouts out, literally says a rape simulator game, crosses that line for me. I personally would want it, and just as a developer myself, would want that taken down. I think I would even question the people who've developed it, saying, why the fuck would you create this game for it? But I've never spoken to him, so I can't answer that or anything like that. But like, I think this is ultimately going to come larger, because they're going to attack. They're going to try and go for a GTA 6 next year, and that's going to massively fail in their face. But we'll see what happens for that. Anyway, what are your thoughts?
What are my thoughts?
What are your thoughts? You tell me. I'm curious.
That's an interesting question. Like, I don't know if I have particularly deep and complex thoughts about this. It's like, cool.
All right, thank you for coming, everybody. See you later. We'll see you next week.
It's like, oh no, games exist with like questionable subject matter. Like, okay. Like, no one's forcing me to play a game that I don't want to. Like no one's forcing me to play a game that has like subject matter in it that I don't want to deal with. Cool. Like, that's as far as I personally take it. Like, you know, like you talk about like a lot, like porn games, for example. It's like, cool. Like, yeah, I don't care that they exist. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree.
You get off however you want to get off. That's totally cool. Like with me, like I'll play whatever I'm playing. You play whatever you play. Like
yeah.
I think it's funny you've been saying this has quietly been going on. Like this is like probably just because of the people I follow on social media. This has been all over my fucking Bluesky timeline. I think like there was a thing about like people getting pissed and like saying I'm never going to support Itch ever again, like Itchio ever again. It's like, okay, bro, like read the room here. Like, Itchio's just like, if Itchio gets his payment processes taken off of it, everyone's fucked. Like on Itch. Like, I get the anger of like them taking down certain types of games, but it's like this like, don't come for them with anger. That's just dumb. And it's probably playing into what this group Collective Shout actually wants you to do, which is like get the platform taken down as a whole.
Definitely, no doubt.
I love seeing like this rallying of like people, like, you know, because the playbook from Collective Shout was, if we send emails and we call Visa and MasterCard, and then like they do the thing, and then they put the pressure on the banks, and then the banks put the pressure on the thing, and then they get these games taken down. It's like, I like the rallying around that a lot of people have done, which is like, cool. So now like we're gonna do the same thing, because at the end of the day, like, if I don't agree with the content of a game, of a piece of art or a game or whatever, like, that's fine. Like, I'm just not going to interact with it. Like, it's not that deep. Like, you've these fucking religious evangelical fundamentalists out there trying to fucking get things taken down, and we know where it leads because these conservative voices find all LGBTQ plus people and things pornographic. So the idea is to just take the whole thing out, along with all of these sex games and stuff like that. It's just,
we know that.
Yeah, we know where this is going. Like,
and we all know where this is going. No doubt about that.
But like it's an effective strategy instead of going after the storefronts who won't take the thing down to go after the payment processors. That's what they did. I like that there's a pushback. I like that people care enough for there to be a pushback.
Yeah, no doubt. There's no doubt about that. Look, I think one of the biggest things was like Itchio, like a lot of people, indie developers, or even people just trying to learn their craft and everything, and to see what people feel like with what they've learned and put out up on there. It's an amazing place for like small indie developers and everything. So to hopefully see them, hopefully be the ones who are obviously helping, trying to say, "Yo, MasterCard, Visa, stop it, stop listening to this."
I love the idea
religious
that,
cult.
MasterCard and Visa are worried about their brand image.
Yeah,
it's just like you're the symbol on my fucking debit card. I don't give a shit which symbol is on there. Like, I don't have a choice. It's not like I have a choice, right? Like, when I go to the bank, I don't have a choice of which fucking like card type to get. It's just whichever one is on the card.
Like, no doubt. Yeah, you're spot on there. It's just like, what image? Yeah. Like, shut up with that. That's pathetic, and it's just a lot of bollocks at the end of the day. But yeah, no, I do agree with what you're saying. I love that the side developers and all that, and people who are annoyed by this are fighting back against it, but in a good and respectful way. I'm sure there's some idiots who've gone too far and everything like that, and I would just tell them stop straight away. But if they've used that religious cults thing against them, and it's working, it seems like, which is great to hear and everything. It's kind of bad of just how it's insane of just how easy the MasterCard and Visa are to sway and everything, but it's either way.
Well, it's because they're inherently, because like any large corporation is inherently like risk averse, and like, you know, Collective Shout and just conservatives in general like have found purchase with the "but think of the children" approach. So like, like, you know, even governments, but like, you know, like these payment processors don't want to be tagged with like, well, you're allowing like, you know, these things to be sold to children. You know, it's like their whole strategy with Detroit Become Human a few years ago. Actually, I think I remember this happening. Was probably, like the group, I don't know if it was the same group or not, they focused on the one scene in Detroit Become Human of child abuse. Like, there was a character in Detroit Become Human who hit a child. It was part of the story. It wasn't glorified in any way. You weren't the character controlling the child abuse, but it was part of a larger adult story. And what the group did was they said, this is in the game, this is all the game is, it's just this, but like all the way through the narrative, like, what the fuck, this is fucked. And I mean, can't believe it. I'm actually, these damn religious fundamentals have got me out here defending a David Cage game.
You brought David Cage up, not me.
Like, I find it hard. I don't like his games, but I defend their right to exist. But like, it's like they take the scene and they say, this is the whole game. And if that was the whole game, you know, maybe I would look at that myself and go, I don't know about it, like child abuse simulator. Don't know about that.
Definitely,
But obviously it's not like, and like, I'm a mature adult. I can look at a piece of art and see what it's trying to say, like based beyond just like the surface level 30 second, 10 second, whatever it is, clip of one thing that happens in the game. But a lot of people who don't know anything about the game and are just shown this one thing, and then are told this one thing by this group of people, will go, fuck, this is fucked. This is fucked, man.
It's typical right-wing rhetoric. You focus on one thing and you forget everyone, you try to get everyone else to forget the rest of the thing that doesn't outline any of that. Yeah.
Like, you know, I mentioned to you, like, before we started, like, I looked at like the MasterCard guideline thing. It was part of
a
video or a thing or something. And it was like, these are all of the things that we don't like support you being able to buy online. And I said to you, like, this just describes what Game of Thrones is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're spot on. Yeah.
Like, the idea is to sanitize, in their view, sanitize art. Like, in general. It's just video games are like the latest boogeyman. It's the easy thing for people to attack.
It's always
like
been the boogeyman, though, for those people.
It's like
it always
rap
has
music,
been.
It's like D&D. It's like, it's like heavy metal. If you go back through history, it's like video games is just the latest one. It's the easy one.
I agree. Like it's like with the whole when the whole thing with Grand Theft Auto 4 went off. Well, 4 was it or 3? 4. Yeah, where they was meant to be a sex scene in it, and you can and all like that. Like, it's basically the same
hot
thing.
Coffee, and I'll say the same thing now as I said at the time about Hot Coffee. An interactive sex scene is one of the few legal things you can do in that game.
Yeah, there's the thing about it.
Oh no! Penis went into a vagina.
But no, yeah, it's I don't wholly agree on the art part, on just because of just like the game that they targeted, which is Rape Simulator. I don't
want to know.
Yeah. No, that's completely fair, and I don't consider. I would never consider. I don't know anything about it. That's the name. It's the whole thing itself. Just tells me everything about it. And it's, I wouldn't consider. I would personally not consider that art or anything like that. But when it comes to everything else,
WWE No Mercy.
Yes, yep. WWF No Mercy. Yeah. Put that into the search bar, see what happens. But no, it's it's like it's the whole thing again. It's like they're targeting video games, and there's the thing about it. Like video games have always been mature on a lot of stories and everything, but they have been, like I would say, like the last decade of last 20 years, they're getting more and more mature in storytelling and everything for it. And they're going to target it, and we'll see what happens at the end of the day. I think ultimately, just like what happened with GTA 4, they'll lose, but they'll somehow try and whittle away into bringing it back and fighting again and everything. So, like, yeah.
I mean, they'll never stop. Like, and they have
they won't.
Scored a victory, air quotes, right now,
quote unquote,
holding them to keep going like forward, because it's not like when you talk about like, hey, they're trying to ban video games. It's like they have banned video games. Like, a game shouldn't have to be Grand Theft Auto or Detroit Become Human to deserve to exist without this kind of like takedown. Like, again, like I can't use any actual examples because I don't play them, but like the porn games or the whatever types of games that have been de-indexed on itch or have been taken down from Steam, it's like those games have artistic merit too. Like, and once you start being able to say, well, this game has this thing in it and it deserves, so that means like no one should be allowed to buy it. It's like you're on a slope going down, and the thing about a slope, it doesn't stop. It just keeps going, because the line will just keep moving. The line of what is quote unquote acceptable in a video game will just keep moving, like inching further and further until eventually, like what are we left with?
Yeah, completely agreed. Yeah, like at the end of the day, unless their line is their line they want to get to is nothing but straight and white. Everything else is basically and not having sex. I mean, or doing violence.
There's not much violence in games. I'm sure there will still be a lot of games.
I know. There's no doubt about it. Call of Duty's not violent at all.
Yeah, or anything. In Call of Duty. You want to talk about illegal content? I'm doing war crimes playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, but Call of Duty is the Americans' dream, so they're just like, hey, we're perfect there. So
I watched that Battlefield 6 story trailer, and it's very funny.
I haven't watched any of it, so I've had no interest.
I mean, it's good for a laugh, like, but But yeah, no, I mean, it sucks. Like, What can you do about it? Like, the thing is, you can do plenty about a lot of things, right? It's like there are resources out there, contact information to contact Visa and MasterCard, and just add your voice to the add your voice to the collective. Took your word. To like actually like, you know, make positive changes in the world. Like, but you have to do these things, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, you have to actually like step up to the plate. Like, we're really good as a collective. Did it again. We're really good as like a collective, like, of people, like as a society in general, to look back on something bad happening and going, how did that happen? Like, how did we let this get that far? How did we let this get that far?
Yeah.
When it's just like there are steps. There are like steps at every step. I'm still recovering from an illness, all right? Like, just cut me some slack on my sentence structure here. Like, there are steps there are pieces of every step where it's like you could have done this and this and this and this and this here and then this here and then this here, and it's like,
yeah.
If you give a shit about video games as an artistic medium, just take a little bit of time out of your day to write an email or make a phone call, sign a petition, you know, like, just do something useful. And then reward yourself with some chocolate or whatever treat of choice your treat of choice is.
Yeah, spot on. I think that is. Yeah. I don't think they'll win, but yeah, they're going to be loud. And the only way, I think I'll take this from Zach Prelancy from the Green Party. The only way to fight fire is the right side is fire with fire, in a good way. Like bringing the evidence and debunking any shit that they try and bring and everything. So, and that's basically what they're going to try and do. So, the worst thing is about it that I see is that, which I'm hoping will start changing because of obviously things that happen politically in the world and everything, at least in the UK and America. The right has always been loud and they've always been able to push things hard really easily and to push a message really hard really easily. Now we need, and hopefully like with things on like in New York and with the Green Party and everything like that, we might start seeing left start fighting back properly, because we don't really see that enough. We're all supported by right-wing idiots these days, so we will see.
Ooh, bringing politics into video games. What the fuck?
This was a political thing. Come on, man. We all know that.
What the fuck? Whoa! Keep your politics out of my video games, man. Yeah, I don't know. One, don't fight fire with fire. Jesus Christ.
I know what you meant.
Use a fire extinguisher.
Yeah.
Unless you want to burn your fucking house down.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a pet peeve, but I've always hated that saying. It's like fight fire with fire, or someone's going to rock up to a forest fire with a flamethrower.
Yeah. All right, fight the right wing's photon torpedoes with our quantum torpedoes. There.
Like, the only thing you can do is just stand your ground, right? Like, that's the only thing you can do. Like, there's a lot of focus in the world on individual actions, and like, you know, unlike what movies and TV shows and video games will try to teach you, it's very, very unlikely that one person will change the world. But if we all like band together into some sort of collective
alliance. Sick of the word collective now.
If we all band together into one polycule, if we all like work together to, like, you know, we can make changes. We've seen it in things that we've done as a group, as a community in the past.
You were so trying to avoid the word like crazy. I could see you.
Yeah. I remember that other words exist. Wouldn't believe it, but I have a degree in writing. You just wouldn't believe it because my brain is melting right now. And yeah, like, let's just, like, if we all like work together, like, part of what really fucked me off with this entire saga so far, apart from the actual like saga itself, was like there was like this weird splintering infighting. Like, shout out to Alana and Skillup because they've made videos about this stuff. But shout out to like Anna Valens, the journalist, was one of the first people to write a story about this, and
It got took down.
It got taken down from Vice Waypoint, which led to most of the editorial team at Vice Waypoint resigning because like
understandable.
If you're a journalistic thing, but like the initial reaction to this, and I'm not going to name any more names because I don't think that's fair. The initial reaction to a bunch of this was for other people to start shit about a completely separate topic to do with Vice Waypoint, and it's like, cool, shut up. Like, let's talk about the important thing instead of start drama for clout. And then again, the same thing. It's like, let's not shout at Itch because that's not going like if you feel bad, if you feel angry at Itch, that's totally understandable. But let's focus effort on something productive. Shouting at Itch would do nothing. Like,
it does do nothing.
It does absolutely nothing in this situation. Do the thing, contact Visa, contact MasterCard. It's like I think we need to, as a community of people who are interested in trying to make the world a better place, sometimes we need to like focus on the right things, and sometimes we don't do that. Yeah, on the right things. On the right. That's my right. I don't think I don't think it's right for anyone who's watching, but that's my right. Because I'm facing the other way. But yeah, no. Like, it does worry me, like the direction everything is heading in. We don't necessarily live in a world that is predominantly like far right. I genuinely believe that push comes to shove, a majority of people in the world are decent.
I believe that too.
Maybe ignorant on some stuff, but decent people. I think the thing that worries me is that most of the power structures in the world are controlled by people who are not decent. And
we know that.
That is the direction that we are currently heading.
In many ways.
In many
aspects of our life.
And the last thing I'll say on that point is the French had a really good system for getting around this, and it was called guillotines.
Interesting turn of events here.
Hey, I played a game a few years ago about robots in the French Revolution. I learned some stuff.
That's true. You didn't study it?
French robots.
French robots.
We need French robots.
Oh no. I think we smashed through that one pretty fast. You want to go to another story that I've got up here if you want?
We spent way too long talking about Star Trek and other things at the beginning, so we're actually perfectly on time to take a halftime break. But we'll do Indie Game of the Week first, and then when we come back, talk about some other stuff.
Sounds sexy.
Yeah. Moody, you might have heard this one before. If hypothetically we did record an episode last week and it never saw the light of day for some reason.
That's true.
But it's time for Indie Game of the Week. This is the thing we do every week where we talk about a cool looking upcoming indie game that we think looks cool and we think you should check out, we think you should wishlist, maybe buy one day. Who knows? If you like indie games, scroll down to the description of wherever you're choosing to listen to and or watch this podcast, because we have a Steam curator page linked down there, which has a list of every single indie game of the week we've ever done, which is over 150 games at this point, because we like indie games, and we have a good eye for them, I think.
I would say it's mostly you.
I have a good eye for them. I have a good eye for these things. And
let's say it's rare that me and Vitz step in to say, hey, we like this one.
And you can feel free to do that whenever you want. You can scroll through that list. You could find some cool new games to look at, like this week's Indie Game of the Week called No, I Am Not Human, which is an anxiety horror about paranoia in the end times. Doesn't seem timely at all. Sunrise, twilight of Earth, the world is ending. Acrid aromas of sun-scorched streets fill the air. Blackened corpses gnarled into shapes of agony line streets. Peering outside is enough to scorch eyes from socket. The only refuge is in the night, but the night belongs to the visitors. A knock on the door, a solitary voice begging for refuge. They look like us, talk like us, smell like us. Are they us? Look for the signs. The visitors kill. Kill them first. Interrogate the guests. Do what must be done. I think Vitz will really like this game. I think he loves like paranoia-fueled horror games.
Like, Vitz should also check out Dead Tick.
I think you should check out Dead Tick.
I think that'll be very good.
But yeah, no, this is a cool. It's got a very, very unique, interesting art style. I love me an experimental indie game, right? Where it's like it's a bit different. This is kind of like Papers, Please, the horror game, where it's like there are fucking aliens or some shit outside. It's like they knock on the door, they try to get in. It's like you gotta let the good people in, but you gotta see if these people are bad people who are gonna try and kill you.
Well, I would just shoot them all anyway. So.
Yeah, you just keep the door locked. I'm sure there's a mechanic in the game which like says you can't just like leave everyone outside, or your conscience.
No.
But no, what conscience?
End of the world. I don't have a conscience. I'm just survive and save my people, save the people I love. Everyone else, fuck them.
This is why I flew a plane into your house in Flight Simulator.
I would save you if you were up near my area, but you wouldn't be.
There's a cat in the game. That's cool. But yeah, no, that's called No, I'm Not a Human. I think it looks cool. It's an indie game of the week. You should click on the link that's in the description to have a look at this game. Maybe it tickles your fancy. Maybe you hit that wishlist button. If you like it, please hit the wishlist button. It's good for the developer, but it's also good for you because you get non-stop emails about games when they're on your wishlist on Steam. It's great. Never forget that a game exists. Now, if I had a wishlist function for remembering people's birthdays, then we're in business.
That's true.
If I got non-stop emails about when people's birthdays were, I wouldn't forget them.
That's true. There's no doubt about it. Oh, well, I like him. I know I did Vitz as well, so don't worry.
Glad it's not just
no, I'm a little more annoyed at you than Vitz because you, like we spoke about it last week. I even said my birthday's Saturday, and you were just like, "Oh, that's cool."
I'm sick.
Yeah. I'm sick of you as well. I know.
I never said that. I don't have to start to take this abuse. It's time for a halftime break.
That's fair.
I think there's something called Pixel Pop Stars. You should probably go watch it. I don't know, whatever.
I know a religious cult who might want to help you if you feel like you're getting abuse. I'm
good, thanks. Religion and I don't have a good relationship.
That's true. And never do I.
Although I have the perfect system for getting around it. You know when you walking around down streets and stuff, and there's all those religious people, and they're trying to like hand you stuff and tell you about Jesus. I had someone approach me in town once, and then when they got close, like I looked at them, they looked at me, and they like kind of just like got this look on their face, and then walked away. And I was like, interesting superpower I've unlocked here.
Let's see if it works on everyone else. Come here.
Let me just walk into a church and see what happens.
It blows up and you just walk out.
Yeah, just a cool person walk away. It's like, put some sunglasses on. No, I'd probably just catch fire if I walked into a church.
Yeah, probably, yeah. That's not
someone would just flick holy water at me and I'd start sizzling. Like, Anyway, let's do a halftime break.
What's good, everyone? I'm Vitz Patel. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals, let's go. It's time for Pixel Pop Stars, the video game and pop culture game show. Life is performance beyond. Enter your state of flow. Season 2 of Pixel Pop Stars on Twitch and YouTube at Vitz Patel.
Hey, we're back.
Hey,
like, yeah, we need to sit down and get together and really like plan out how we're gonna do like streaming and like how we're doing our comeback of like streaming and like charity stuff, because we could. I think there's only so long we can tell people that Pixel Pop Stars exists.
I have an idea for it. There's no doubt about that.
I think we need because my plan had been to like figure it shit out after I came back from yours, and then we all know how the turn that took.
You came back and you caught a virus. That's not because of me. It's because you went back to England.
Yeah, it was crossing the border.
Yeah. Now, driving back, I was not well. Like on the Friday I was driving back, I went in full. I was just not feeling well. I was feeling like I was going to throw up and everything on the way down. And I was just like, why is this happening? Is this what happens to Scottish people when they go, when they know they have to go down into England? But I'm just like, I'm technically English. I'm not Scottish. I know I live in Scotland, but I'm just like,
it sucks so bad down here that like,
that's true.
It just affects people. Like,
that's true.
You know what I mean? Like you didn't notice before because obviously you'd always lived in England, and it's now that you moved away and come back.
Oh, well, even though it was a treacherous journey back up because of the certain wind that was on one day. That was an interesting drive. No doubt. It was interesting. We
did a 50, like me and my dad did like a 15-minute drive up the motorway on that day that it was like super windy, and it was like being on the fucking USS Enterprise in the original series where they're like, fuck.
Yeah, no doubt.
So I can't imagine like doing a whole like fucking like
4-hour drive.
4 hours.
Yeah, going up the A1. So next to the coast all the way, pretty much. Yep. It was interesting.
I'll bet it was.
Yep.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not down for that. So, let's continue this podcast. Now, lady, as you know, having some health troubles over here.
Yeah.
Haven't been massively motivated to think, just in general, for the last few weeks.
That's fair.
15 minutes before this podcast, I'm chatting with Sadie, as I do frequently, you know. And I said,
Sadie, you're welcome to come back on, just so you know that.
Do you want to
when I'm here, not when I'm not.
Do you want to replace me for a little bit, please? But no, I texted her. I was like, I've got to do a podcast in 10 minutes, and I have nothing to talk about. Help. And she said a question. We workshopped it a little bit. So this is like, this could be like our first ever, like, you know how we met, air quotes, when I was doing a different podcast and I got to know you via you or constantly like emailing into the podcast, and then me and the co-host discussing what you'd said in the email. I think this is the first instance of something like that ever happening on this podcast. Because this is a topic from, I don't want to say a fan, like my friend, who asks, you have access to every console in existence and own 0 games. You can only play 5 games for the rest of your life. What are they? The original version of this question was, you have a budget of £100. What games do you buy? To which I was like, we'll probably just spend most of the time looking up the price of games and figuring out like how much shit costs. So then we workshopped it down to, you can just buy 5 games. What games are you going to buy? They're the only games you'll ever play. It's a tough one, isn't it? Because like, really. Do you buy that like game? Do you get that game that's not very long, but you fucking love it? Do you prioritize like forever games? Games that you can just constantly play? I don't know. Anyway, I want to let you go first because you seem like you know what you're doing. You're doing that swivel in your chair like, I already know the answer to this question.
Well, yeah, I pretty much do for myself and everything. For me, it's PS4.
No.
PS4, I think.
You've got any console. You can buy 5 games on any combination or variety of consoles.
Oh, I thought you had to lock in one console and just pick 5 games that were on that console.
No. You've got access to the full history of video games.
All right. And you can only pick 5 games to play. Okay. All right. I am picking Pokemon Emerald. I think that's for me was one of the best Pokemon games out there, and it was a game that actually brought me. It was the region and games that brought me back to Pokemon because the second generation sucked.
Wow.
Then I'm simple. I'm going the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, just in general, just to get all 3 games locked in straight away. Yeah. A little loophole, I don't care. It's a game. There's no doubt about it. It's one game and everything.
What do you think about? How do you feel about bundles? Like, how far can I take this? It's like, what bundles are on Steam? It's like this 25 game bundle. That's one. Right?
Yeah. So yeah, Pokemon Emerald, Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Because I love it, I'm throwing down Dragon Age. Quite simple. Dragon Age Inquisition. I love that game.
God knows there's a lot in that game.
There's no doubt about that, which is incredible. No critiques needed whatsoever.
I'm having a great time.
Wait till you get the Vilgard.
I wouldn't know. That's the one I played.
I hear. Then I'm going easy. Life is Strange True Colors. Like I'm gonna have a game that's all the games I love are all with great characters and everything for it. And then all right, the 5th one's an interesting one because obviously I could throw it out. I probably would. No, it isn't. It's Final Fantasy 9. Quite easy. That's my list.
Damn, I was like, okay, I break down the options. Like, let's throw that in. Okay.
No. Yeah, I'm gonna basically pick the games, some of my favorite games of all time for it, and that's just quite easy for me. I'm not gonna go and pick an experience that I haven't played before or anything like that. I know, like I could say like Chrono Trigger and everything like that. I know it's a game you've just completed.
Yeah, whatnot, but there's an inherent risk in. I've never played this game before.
Yeah, I'm not going to risk it on a game I haven't played before, even if I hear it's great and everything.
If I only have 5,
yeah,
like I'm not going to pick a game that I've never played.
Yeah, my ADHD brain's going to be going, I want comfort food and I want stuff that's comforting to me.
Sure.
And all those games are comforting to me in their unique and different ways.
I get that. Final Fantasy 9, favorite game. Life is Strange True Colors is Life is Strange. Even I get that. I've played that more than once. Dragon Age Inquisition. Cool game. I'm just looking some stuff up. Hold on.
Yeah.
Pokemon Emerald. Why Emerald over any other Pokemon game? Why that one specific Pokemon game?
Like Red and Blue and Yellow are iconic as hell for me. There's no doubt about it. But they haven't aged the best, and there's two better versions of that game now in Fire Red and Leaf Green. But they're basically the same game. They're just visually better and easier to be able to play and whatnot. Emerald is like I say, I have never really played and properly really sat down and played the Johto region games, which is obviously Silver, Gold, Crystal, and the remakes Heart Gold and Soul Silver. I've just never have really I've tried them. I've got one of them. I've got all of them apart from Soul Silver, and my aim is to go through Heart Gold and just try and play through that and everything, because I hear nothing but great things about the game. I didn't enjoy them as Silver, Gold, and Crystal. I never got it, and I think at the time it was a time in my life where I was quote unquote growing out of Pokemon. It says as a 39-year-old man.
We all had that phase.
A lot of Pokemon.
We all had that phase where it's we liked things when we were younger, and then we decided, ooh, we're too cool to like the things we liked when we were younger, and then there's the third phase where it's you're not worried about being cool or whatever. It's actually some of the things that I liked when I was younger, I liked them for a reason.
Yeah, it's peer pressure. At the end of the day, it's peer pressure. Just like the kid, your friends, quote unquote. None of the ones I grew up with are friends anymore. I basically disowned the fuckers. They were all assholes.
So weird. Yeah. I had the opposite thing. Like I am still really close friends with people I was like close friend, and then like they tell you like when you go to university, that's where you'll make all of your friends for life, and it's like I literally never talk to anyone from university anymore.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I have my core friends, and I stick to them. And if anyone else wants to come into it, that's all good and dandy and everything. But if you don't, that's fine as well. But no, yeah, it's I played Ruby and Sapphire and I loved them. I absolutely adored them. I thought I was just like this just feels like what I was feeling in Reddit with the red and blue and yellow and everything, but it felt better, it felt smoother, and it felt crisper on the Game Boy Advanced. And then Emerald came out, which is just obviously it's the third version of the game and everything, but it's excuse me. It just takes all the elements that worked and intensifies them and fixes a lot of the things that didn't, and just makes it an even more coherent game with a good story, with a good set of Pokemon. Like for me, like I think Emerald, the Hoenn region in general, I think has some incredible Pokemon out there and everything. Rest in peace, Swallow. For us and everything, and it brought. Yeah, like I could have easily picked Platinum. The Sinnoh region is a great region as well, and I could have gone like the Black and White games. Like I'm playing through Black and White, Black right now, and my aim is to go into Black 2 and do it like right now, which are they are arguably the best games of Pokemon in general. But I'm going for one like I think it's just brought me back. This is the thing, it brought me back, which yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
I think that's...
like that. Mm-hmm. So Max Effect. Like, it's cool. Legendary Edition. It's a game, even though it's got all 3 games in. When you replay it, because if you only have 5 games to play, you're going to be playing these games over and over again. Like, many, many multiples of times. When you replay the games, do you make different decisions? Or do you do what I do and just basically replay the game exactly the same every time and make no different decisions?
No, I can make different decisions quite easy. It's not that hard.
No, I'm not saying it's difficult. I'm just wondering which path do you go down? Do you go down let me just see how different this is? Or do you do what I do, which is just like, no, I'm going to do the same thing because that's just who I am.
Yeah, that's fair. I have certain things that I'm like, I have to have in the game. So Tally has to be in it still. Garrus has to be there. And Rex has to be alive, basically. Everything else is everything else is basically a secondary notion to it. But no, yeah, it's anything from there. It's just like from Mass Effect 2, I go completely wild and everything. I can go Renegade, I can go the Paragon, and I can go into different directions. Or I can do like a mixture of both, where it doesn't really help if you try and go chaotic neutral. But no, yeah, it is fun. It's no doubt it is fun. It causes a lot of chaos. There's no doubt about it, because you can't do certain things because you don't have your Paragon high enough or your Renegade high enough or whatever, which is fun. There's no doubt about it. I think that's a fun way to play it as well.
But yeah, no.
But it's an upsetting way at the same time, because I'm just like, no, I want to say these people.
After my relatively recent experiences, like for me, the most painful way through Mass Effect is if you just pick Renegade the entire time. Like, we
have just watched a video about that. So
as I documented to you at the time, I was like, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I could do this.
Thing is, I offered to say, I can do it for you. It's not that hard.
Yeah. I might do that. If I like, you know how I was saying, like, if you ever see me playing Mass Effect again, that's how you know I'm making the video. There might be an addendum to that, which is if you ever get a message which is just like, go Renegade all the way through and send, and then I'll give you an external hard drive, put all the footage on this, and then I'll just have that footage. Yeah, maybe that's how we do it. I don't really have any other questions.
It'll take me a week. It'll take me a week or so to get through it. I would have to take time off.
Oh no, it'd be like the full trilogy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I mean, I don't really like Dragon Age Inquisition. 100% completion, like, and I mean 100% completion. Like, are you doing absolutely finding all the shards and the mosaic tiles and?
You say that so that I haven't already done that.
No, I'm saying, how many times do you do that? Do you do that every time?
No, probably not.
Or do you do like speedy playthroughs?
I think it'll be just a decision of just like how I feel and everything like that. It's just like, oh, what do I want? Do I just want to go through and just smash through this but have a great time with these great characters? Yeah, I can do that. Or do I want to go through every single thing, do every single minute little mission and absorb it all?
Everything.
Yes, I could do that as well.
Infinite
I'm not that
power.
It's the same with the Mass Effect trilogy. I will literally do everything. I will do everything, but at the same time, I'll be like, oh, I don't want to do all of this, but I'm going to have a great time still. Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, it's easy.
Find 112 shards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What were the others? Life is Strange, True Colors.
Right, but I think
I don't have any questions about that one. Like, I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the last one? Final Fantasy 9.
There's no different way to play that game.
Not really, no.
I guess the order of how you do certain things when you get all the characters.
Who's your go-to party in Final Fantasy 9?
Zidane, Steiner, Vivi. Oh, I like Freya, but you need a healer. So I would say Garnet. Because I've never the little child one. I can't remember her name. Can be annoying.
I mean,
even though she's arguably the better healer.
There's always an annoying kid in these games.
That's true. That is true.
It's that era. So I guess I gotta do mine now. So
if you want.
Yeah, just like, sorry Sadie, I'm out. Bye. So I have a question about legitimacy of purchases, right? on GOG. You can buy a bundle of the first 3 Resident Evil games. Now, does that count as one purchase because it's in a bundle?
No,
but it's a bundle. It's like the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. You get 3 games in one purchase. Like, it's not like I'm buying this game separately. It's here, right? Let's see.
I don't disagree.
One button, buy now, and I've got.
I don't necessarily disagree there, but like, this is a full-on disc version combined with all 3 games on it. This isn't. This is just, you're getting 3 separate games. If this was like a disc version, like Legendary Edition is, that you get all 3 games in it, I would say, yeah, go for it. But doing it as this type of bundle, wish-washy thing, I think that's...
Wish-washy thing? It's a button, I think it's buy now. But I'll remember this. So I give you leeway.
What do you mean?
You give me 0 leeway. I give you no leeway. You give me low leeway. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that's it. Interesting. Like, I'm like, yeah, sure. Pick the Legendary Edition. It's technically 3 games, but yeah.
Let's just Sadie and see what she says. She's the boss.
She's busy. I'm not doing that.
All right then. All right. You could have got out of it, but no.
Dragging her into this.
You did by getting her to create the topic for you.
I'm feeling like a lot of negative sentiment coming from the other side of the screen right now, and I'm not really here for it. All right, look, I already apologized for forgetting your birthday. Okay,
it's water under the old bridge.
So I can buy this bundle, right?
If you want.
It only counts as one, right?
All right, that's fine.
Good, because I really want a Resident Evil game. Like, those are games that I can just play over and over again.
The first trilogy, yeah, they're
sure. I'm not
set,
adding anything else into there. I'm not like finagling anything else. It's literally just, you can get the first 3. They're in a bundle. Those are the ones that I play.
The original versions, I'm guessing.
The original versions, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, not even like the remake of the first one. Just the original PlayStation releases ported on a PC.
Yeah.
Cool. So that'll be one. I think I'd do Hades as another one. Like, I think there's a lot to do. Like, if you decide to go down the full route of like finishing the game, like actually like fully finishing it. Because you've got to like, in that game, you've got a lot of narrative threads to follow, and then like you've got to do the thing 10 times, but then once you do the thing 10 times, then it's like actually there's a whole lot more like game after that. So I think there's a lot to do in that that's very enjoyable, and I think the roguelike nature of it like means that it wouldn't get it never got old while I was playing it. I played a lot. So that would be another one.
All right.
I'm trying to think of games that I wouldn't get sick of,
That's the thing about it. It's just like picking ones that you wouldn't get sick of. So
I think another one would be Halo: The Master Chief Collection. Mostly just because I can fire up the multiplayer, like playing the campaigns and stuff would be fun. Sure, no doubt.
Yeah,
I know you wholeheartedly agree. I've played every single Halo: The Master Chief Collection campaign with you, and I know you loved every second of it. But it's like, yeah,
it was great. I love that sprint button.
That is why Halo 4 was your favorite. That is a multiplayer game I could just like go into and just like, like you talk about like easy, right? It's pretty easy to just boot up and play a bunch. Plus, I can buy the console version secondhand and not give any money to Microsoft.
Sounds good. The cancer that they are.
I'm trying to think of like RPGs that like I could play over and over again. Because there's a lot of great RPGs out there, but it's like, what could sustain me? I think Final Fantasy VII, the original, could definitely do the job.
Yeah, no doubt.
For sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Like I feel like, if I'm going like down that road. What about my fifth one? I'm trying to like flash back to a really painful time in my life. Which was when we did that ranking games.
Oh God, Jesus.
Yeah, like it's not a time I particularly like to think about, but I did talk about all of my favorite games at some point in that stream, right?
Do you have the list still?
No. Well, I'd probably do somewhere, but let me just look. But yeah, no, like I've got four solid picks there, I think. It wouldn't be Mass Effect. I just don't think I have the legs for it. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel the urge to replay those games as much as I maybe like would. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Because
you've been more a Dragon Age person than the Mass Effect.
Big time.
Anyway,
like
so.
I've said multiple times, like Dragon Age is like my favorite BioWare series, like hands down, easily. Like if I could get a bundle of those games, then I would go with that. But they never did a legendary edition of Dragon Age. But no, I think the last one, Elden Ring. Like as soon as I just looked down at my phone there and saw it, and I was like, duh. The big open world From Software game that is like hugely, massively long with the Shadow of the Age edition just for that extra expansion stuff. And it does come on one thing. You can buy it in one box. So it's the legendary edition of Dark Souls. And I'm going to go and punch myself in the face for saying that. But yeah, it's super easy to like play that game a lot. And like, what was it? What did I clock in at last year when I did the base game on the expansion? It was like 150 hours or something, wasn't it?
I can't answer that.
I don't remember. I know we talked about it, but yeah, no, like there's just so many different builds you can do, like so many different ways you can play the game. Like I feel like I wouldn't get bored for a very long time.
Yeah.
So that would be my fifth one. Not necessarily.
Sounds good.
In order. Yeah. Yeah, I'm comfortable with those choices.
I'm comfortable.
I think I could make a good go of that.
I think I could with mine as well. So it's like, yeah, no Silent Hill 2. But you got the Resi games, which you're more fan of, I think.
Yeah, no, I'd say I'm more a fan of the Resident Evil series, but Silent Hill 2 would be like, as an individual game, would be like higher on a.
It's the pinnacle for you,
list.
basically, compared to them. Yeah,
but it is just one game, and like I have already played it a lot.
Played the Resi games a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's just something easy about Resi. You just sit down.
Speedrunners do make it look easy. There's no doubt about that.
Hey, I'm not a speedrunner, and I don't make it look easy. When I say that, I just there's something easy about playing it. But yeah, no. Again, maybe if there was like a legendary edition of like the Silent Hill trilogy or whatever. But one day. If I just like stuff all of the Silent Hill discs into one box and say it's one game. But yeah, that would be, I think, to answer Sadie's question, I think those would be the ones that come to mind right now.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Like I said, it's a good collection overall at the end of the day. Like, yeah, for me, it was just my heart. What I want to enjoy. If I'm going to be by myself with these games the rest of my life, I'm going to pick games that I know I enjoy, and I enjoy the characters on it. Apart from the Pokemon, because they're good characters on it, but at the same time, it's just like, go collect them all.
I was going to say, do you classify the Pokemon as characters?
No. Unless you're Bulbasaur.
I've never seen Bulbasaur.
It depends how I play it at the end of the day. If I play it just normal, no. If I just go out and just go out and play it and everything like that. But if I'm like, say if I try and test myself, say Nuzlocke, where I'm naming these Pokemon and everything like that, then yeah, I think that
you
could
form
be
an emotional connection with them when their lives are literally on the line.
Yeah, basically, if you fuck up, you fuck up.
You fucked it.
They're dead. They go to the farm in the sky.
They go into the box in the farm in the
swallow,
sky.
And the rest of them.
That's what happened to the entire team. Yeah, that was a fun stream.
It was a fun stream indeed. Yeah, we got Fire Penis at the end.
We got Fire Penis, which wasn't my fault. Everyone thought it was my fault. I specifically said, let's not call it Fire Penis. And then everyone assumed it was my idea. And I was like, oh, that tracks. Like, I could see why people would think that was my idea.
I heard name it Fire Penis, I won't lie.
Sure you did.
From you.
Yeah,
From
of
you.
Course you did.
What would you pick, everyone? What are the 5 games that you would want to have out there? Let us know.
You're only allowed 5 games. What would you pick? Anything I could play with my buddy Moody. How about that? Secret 6 option. It's like a multiplayer game that me and Moody could play because I like hanging out with him. If there was only one game we could play together for all the time.
Well, it comes down to 3, and then it's just choosing which one for me. That's
Halo.
Apex, Among Us, or Faz.
Well, Among Us would be difficult because if there's only the 2 of us, that would be challenging. So, like, would you go spooky horror shenanigan fun times, or shooting bang bang then jump explosions?
Because I have enough variety for myself, even though a lot of them are RPGs.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. To not care about a shooty game, I would probably go Faz.
I think Faz would be more conducive to it. Like, you can definitely make your own fun in that game more.
We did that on many occasions
all the time. Yeah.
So it was yeah, that's what I would probably say.
Call Ryan and be like, Ryan, we need you to fund our phasmophobias again. Hide in the van while me and Rudy do all the scary stuff. Good list. Cool list.
Good list.
Where do you want to go now? Should we just have a shorter podcast this week?
Let's
try and drag it out.
Right. I shout for short podcasts all the time, so
I know it's just because you don't like hanging out with me.
No, it's not that at all.
Finally I can get out here earlier. Don't have to listen to the nonsense that spews forth from her mouth. Let's play.
Well, I messaged you and you never messaged me back. So like I actively participate to see, hey, how are you? Nothing.
Sick.
First message from you. What's the topics today?
The end of your message was, "Don't worry, I've got a topic for this time." And so my question was, "What's the topic?" Because I think I saw.
So wait, did you not see the 2 messages I sent you?
I saw the notification like when you sent it, and it was like, "Okay, I'll answer that later." And then the notification's gone, and my brain is gone in the opposite.
So you
direction.
saw that I have a topic this time. You forgot about the rest of the message. The 2 messages I sent.
I opened the thing. Why are we doing this live on the podcast? I opened the thing. You had a question. I was like, cool. It's a pretty pertinent question because I need to fucking put a doc together. So like, hey, what's your topic? And then you were like, how are you? And I was like, I don't want to answer that right now.
I could see. Let's move on to OpenCritic Head-To-Head.
This is the game we play.
You can speak, Amy.
Thank you. This is the game we play every week where we try to guess the OpenCritic average of upcoming games. Whoever guesses closest to the score at the time of recording gets a point. If you manage to guess the score correctly, you get 2 points. Now, obviously, there was no podcast last week, but we did get some results. We'll go through them again here. And we did do a guess for a game that came out. So we'll just run that here as well. I need to make sure... Yeah, I've probably done it right. I'll add it up at the end. So over the last couple of weeks, we tried to guess the OpenCritic average of Tales of the Shire. Moody guessed about a 69. Vitz guessed it we get a 9. I guessed it we get a 74. At the time of recording, Tales of the Shire has an OpenCritic average of 63, which means Moody gets a point. Yes, Vitz. You can fill the document in anytime you want, even when you're not here.
Remember, he's going for milk. It's hard. Yeah,
sure. It's difficult to choose. He's not coming back. That's how it rolls. We also tried to guess the...
So do we half his points? You get half, I get half?
No. Like, I could have all of his points and I'd still be behind you. Could I? It might not be true anymore.
I would say that's not true.
It's not true anymore. Hey, we finally caught up to you as a collective. Sorry, as a group, as a community.
Yeah,
as a duology.
The group.
Now that he's stopped trying to sabotage me specifically, I've started to slowly gain ground on you. We also tried to guess the OpenCritic average of Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Moody guessed it would get an 84. Vitz guessed it would get an 8. I guessed it would get an 87. At the time of recording, Ninja Gaiden Ragebound had an OpenCritic average of 87, which gave Amy 2 points. Now, just in case anybody looks it up and they're clicking the type in the thing, these are the scores from last week. I wasn't changing them. Like, I'd already written the things and done the things, and it was all the thing. Anyway, last week, in the episode that never actually happened, we tried to guess the OpenCritic average of Mafia: The Old Country. I guessed it would get a 75. Moody guessed it would get a 76. I rolled a pair of D10s for Vitz's score, and Vitz guessed it would get a 68. And at the time of recording, Mafia: The Old Country has an OpenCritic average of 74, which gives Amy 1 point. So the scores on the doors are Vitz 12, Amy 18, Moody 29, with 3 draws. This week, we're guessing the OpenCritic average in something which should not be possible on this podcast, and a surprise to me. We're guessing the OpenCritic average of 2 upcoming games. The first one is the one I actually put in the document. EA Sports Madden NFL. Vitz is to go first. How are we resolving Vitz's number this week?
Do the roll again.
You want me to do the roll again? I'll tell you what, my dice are all the way over there. I can't be bothered to go and get them. So we'll just, I'll just do a virtual roll. Roll a die. Here we go. 1 100-sided dice. Let's go. Vitz's guess for EA Sports Madden NFL is a 5. That's what it says. I know it's backwards on your screen, but that's a 5. I'm just so it's totally above board and everyone can see it. Which is lower than the joke ones we made him do 2 weeks ago.
That's true.
EA Sports, Madden, NFL. Screw it. I'll do the funny answer. 69. Why not? Who knows with these yearly games whether they'll go up or down or left or right or round and round in circles. Moody. NFL, Sports, Madden, EA, Football.
68.
Sorry, just looking some stuff up. Where'd I put the doc? 68, did you say?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
And we are also going to guess the OpenCritic average of Echoes of the End. Which either Moody just added, or I am losing my mind.
I added it. I was tempted to delete Madden, I won't lie.
Honestly, thank God. Because I was genuinely concerned I had actually put it on there and completely forgot. So, Echoes of the End. Vitz guesses it's going to get a 93. Damn, good on
The spectrum of four ends of the games he picks.
Again, it looks like 39, but it's not. It's 93.
Just so you know, I can't see that at all.
I know, no one can. It's because for some reason the roll the dice website that I found is like the whitest thing you've ever seen. There you go.
The thing is, like, I could see it before it brightened up there.
Yeah, I don't know why it's automatically like brightening up. See, it just automatically brightens up. It's like, what the fuck, man? Phone. Obey me. It says a 93.
We don't obey anybody. We are AI. We are taking over.
Oh, man. Everything's like, every fucking app and everything is just like, hey, do you want to turn on AI? And I'm just like, fuck off, man. I was trying to write some notes about Dragon Age in Google Docs, and every time I stop typing, it's like, hey, do you want some help with this? And I'm like, no, you don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, what the hell is this game? Echoes of the End. Embark on a perilous journey to rescue your brother and prevent leaving war. Harness the power of devastating magical abilities. Conquer enemies. Traverse treacherous landscapes and unveil the hidden history of Aima. This is an action-adventure, single-player magic sword-play game.
Exactly.
Why is the trailer on Steam 16 minutes long? Okay, well, it looks interesting. I especially like I'm watching the trailer on Steam and there's a big watermark at the bottom of it that says captured on PlayStation 5. I mean, Vitz, look, I'm all about positivity this year and, like, you know, hey, optimism. But I think Vitz has definitely got the high ground this week.
Definitely.
I'm going to go with A. Why not? 8-0. I should roll the dice again and see what I get. Not picking that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll roll the dice. 79.
You don't want what the dice said. 79.
What did the dice say? I'm curious.
It said 29. So it got the end number right.
Respect.
Well, mine said 11. And I was like, no. Mm-hmm. I'll stick with A, thank you. I mean, Vitz is definitely going in two different directions this week.
That is true.
A 5 and a 93. Has any game ever gotten as low as a 5 on one of these sites, do you think?
No,
it's not possible,
not that
right?
I know of, no. Not enough people review games enough. If it was like on the audience score, then yes, it's possible.
Sure, audience score, yeah, but there's too many places
idiots,
that have like a star system, right? Where it's like even 1 star counts as 20. I don't think it's possible for a game to get a 5. And like most review scales are 10. Like the lowest number is a 10. So
yeah,
I don't think single digits will be possible.
Yeah, I think the algorithm would be able to get down to it. So
yeah, cool. That was a podcast.
That was a podcast.
That was a podcast.
We did a better job than last week.
We did a much better job than. I mean, what? We didn't record a podcast last week. What are you talking about?
Yeah, completely.
There was no podcast. Definitely not because we looked at each other right as we'd finished recording and said that was the worst podcast we've ever recorded in
history.
463 attempts.
Yep. And I haven't been on all 463 attempts.
and agreed to delete it almost immediately. Yeah, that didn't happen.
We did.
None of that happened last week.
Yep. No doubt. That was Amy's birthday present to me. Without saying happy birthday, she just said, "There, I'm not going to put that one out.
I'm not releasing the footage." How about that? And it was like the best birthday present Moody's ever
happy birthday, Moody.
in his entire life. It's like, how about I just don't make this public? Yeah. Well, you know what, Moody? Officially, happy birthday. You reminded me. I'm here. You're here. I hope you had a very, very, very nice birthday. Did you have a very nice birthday?
I did.
I never asked.
I did.
I feel bad. I do feel bad about that. You've mentioned it several times, and I haven't asked if you had a good birthday.
Yeah, I was back home in the Northeast with family. Same family I hadn't seen for months. And yeah, it was a very good time. Had a good meal with my mum and my partner. And yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. Like
That's true.
I'm scraping through the bottom of the bare minimum here.
I can see that. Hopefully you get better and you can start bringing thought back to your mind.
Oh, look, right. I mean, yeah, sure. Like that is an issue, but like the memory thing is just been constant for my entire life. Like if I was 100% fit, I still would have forgot your birthday. I forget everybody's birthday.
That's true.
It's just
That's true. But just remember, I didn't forget yours.
Of course not. You have
and I have terrible memory as well. No, I haven't. I've just got you saved in my bloody diary, in my calendar. And it just came up. It's Amy's birthday. Oh, happy birthday.
Did it literally say it's Amy's birthday? Is that the entry that you wrote?
No, it said Amy's birthday.
Amy's birthday. Record a podcast because it was a podcast. It was. I'm pretty sure we recorded a podcast.
It was a podcast year, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think it was this year. Last year it was Summer Games Fest. Jeff Keighley tried to ruin my birthday.
No, wasn't that this year?
No, that was last year, and that means it was Thursday. So the whole thing was This year it was on a Saturday.
Yeah, your birthday was on a Saturday.
It was last year where it was a podcast recording / Jeff Keighley tried to ruin my life birth.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because those are the same day.
I try not to think to them, so.
Those are the same day. It was my birthday gift to myself to not watch it.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was me and Vitz that week for the podcast. You took it off, if I remember rightly. And me and Vitz talked about the shit fest itself. Because I think we also talked about the state of play as well that week.
Yeah. Oh, this year it was. Yeah, this year it was. Yeah, I had it off. Not because of my birthday, because of other things. But yeah, I remember that now. You talked about all the games and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And I watched it and listened to all of your opinions about all of the games.
Mm-hmm. They were wise opinions. So much wise that Vitz hasn't come back since then.
Yeah. Vitz was like, wow, you know what? I'm not wise enough for this. I'm out.
Vitz, if you want us to start trash talking you, come back. You're
going to have to come back next week. Otherwise, it's going to be just Moody. There's going to be nobody to stop him. He can do whatever the fuck he wants, and I'll publish it. If I got a video file of you next week, if like Vitz was like, I can't make it next week either, and I was like, cool, then I guess like it's fine, like we're skipping another week, that's totally cool. But then I got a video file off of you, Moody. Like I would put it on the channel and be like, this is episode 464 of the Words About Games podcast. It was just Moody. Let's see what happens.
I trust him enough that he hasn't said anything or done anything offensive, so But who knows? He's a pasty white dude. Who knows what he says? It's not on me, even though I released it.
It's my channel, and it's my name on the channel, and I uploaded it. It was all Moody.
The opinions on this episode do not align with the Words About Games.
I'll just drop the disclaimer in.
And I was like, so wait, you were pro-capitalism?
So some interesting stances in this diatribe there, Moody. All right, I think that means it's your time to shine, so let's get the fuck out of here, Moody. Shine on.
Hello, everybody. Be proud you made it. Another day is behind you. Another week has passed. But do you want to know what else you have? That is a future that is all yours to decide. Let it fly, your heated fury, because it's time to party. We all welcome each other from far and wide. We'll be helping each other out all the way. Go live your best life. It all starts from level 1. Now go. High five that sky. Live long and prosper, even though the season's not that good, apparently. But roll into them titties. The journey is yours, and it starts now.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.